What's up, guys? Dylan here. Today we're going to be making our picks for the NCAA bracket. And if you guys want to do this, go to ESPN.com and go to Tournament Challenge, and you could get all the details and make your group. I'll be making a group in a little bit. I'll tell you what the group is at the end of the part 3 or part 2 video. So it's a round of 64 this season. We got round of 32, Sweet 16, Elite 8, and the championship is the lower. But we'll be making our picks. So let's start out with the East here. We have Villanova versus, I believe, let's check who that is here, versus, I believe that's Mount St. Mary's versus New Orleans. We're going to give it to the defending champs, Villanova. That's an easy win there. Villanova moves on to the round of 32. We're going to give it to Wisconsin. Down here is an interesting game. I'm almost thinking, you're probably wondering, UAV is a good team, I'll give them that, but I'm going to have to go with the upset, and in this, we're going to have a lot of upsets. More upsets than last year. We're going with UNC Wilmington to make it to the round of 32, and Florida moves on to the round of 32. That's an easy game. Here we have SMU and Providence, and I don't know what team that is, but in my opinion, if Providence wins this game, Providence will move on to the next round, and honestly, I'm going to give it to Providence here. So Providence moves on, as well as another upset. Lots of upsets in my opinion. Baylor has been an upset team, and I think Baylor is going to be upset again by New Mexico State. So another upset year this year for Baylor, in my opinion. We have South Carolina and Marquette. I'm going to take South Carolina easily. And Duke and Troy, in my opinion, Duke's too hard. I know Duke has not been great this year, but in my opinion, I don't see them getting out this early. They'll get out later on in the bracket here. We have Gonzaga, South Dakota. Gonzaga's been too hard of a team. Give it to Gonzaga. Northwestern, they've been the Cinderella story, and I honestly think they could actually knock off Gonzaga, and I'm going to give it to Northwestern here in the round of 32. Notre Dame and Princeton, this was another one of my upsets. I'm going to take Princeton in an upset, so another one of my Ivy Leagues. I picked Yale last year to make it. We have West Virginia and Bucknell. I'm going to take West Virginia. That's an easy win there. Maryland and Xavier. This game's interesting. I think Xavier's a good team, and Maryland's a good team too. And I heard Xavier was a bubble team. But in my opinion, we're going to give it to Xavier. I think they could knock off Maryland. And then we got FSU taking the win there. We have St. Mary's and VCU. I'm going to take VCU and Arizona in that game. That should be a good game right there, VCU and Arizona. Now over to the other side of the bracket. Let's just start from down here. Let's just start from at the top. And we're not going to have any ones getting knocked off. All the ones are really good this year. We have Kansas here. I like Kansas in an easy... I like Kansas in an easy one. Kansas knocks off them. Miami and Michigan State. Michigan State has not been good. They did really poorly last year. They lost in the first round. In my opinion, Miami will get the win. So let's give it to Miami. Michigan State is not a good team anymore. They were good a few years ago, and then they just became bad, finally, once they lost Danny Valentine on their team. We have Iowa State and Nevada, and this is one of my upsets. I got Nevada going on, and then we have Purdue. Craigington will be University of Rhode Island, and Oregon will move on. They were the number 1 last year. Oregon's actually a really good team. Stop moving up, please. There we go. We got Michigan and Oklahoma State. I'm going to take Michigan. Easy win there. And Louisville will move on as well. This should be an easy win there. Actually, that Michigan game could go either way, but I just like Michigan more. They've had a decent year, so... And then now to the South Division, we have UNC and Texas Southern. I'm going to take UNC there in an easy one. Arkansas and Seton. This is a decent game, and honestly, in my opinion, I'm going to take Seton. They're the better team, in my opinion, and I like the Pirates in that one. Minnesota and Mid-Tennessee, they knocked off Michigan State, and I think they're going to knock off Minnesota this year as well. And we're going to see another upset. We're going to see Butler get knocked off by Winthrop. So we're going to have a weird Mid-Tennessee versus Winthrop game here in that matchup. So that's going to be a weird game. I'm going to take Cincinnati. They're a good team this year. I like UCLA, so that's not a shocker anywhere there. And we will pick, let's see if we could go down. Let's take Wichita State over Dayton. And in this one, this is another upset. I'm going to knock off Kentucky and give Northern Kentucky the victory. Actually, you know what? I don't see that, actually. I'm going to take Kentucky. I'm changing that. I'm going to take Kentucky. I'm going to second guess myself most likely, but I'm going to take Kentucky. Okay, back to up here. We got Villanova, Wisconsin. This should be a really good game, but I'm going to have to give that to Villanova there going to the Sweet 16. And UMC Willington and Florida. Florida's too tough a team. They've been really good this year, and in my opinion, Florida will get the win there. And to the next Sweet 16 bracket, we have Providence and New Mexico State, and I need a Cinderella story. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take, you know what? Or do I pick Providence? It's a tough choice right there. We're gonna have a Cinderella story. We're gonna have a few Cinderella stories going on. We're gonna take Providence. Providence is too tough of a team. That is Providence right there. And then we'll take Duke. Duke will go there. Here we have Gonzaga and Northwestern. And here's another Cinderella story. Northwestern moves on to the Sweet 16. West Virginia moves on as well. We'll see. Honestly, this is a tough game here as well. In my opinion, that's a tough game. We got Xavier FSU. Actually, I don't know, man. That's tough. That's a tough game. Do we take Xavier or do we take FSU? We're going to take FSU. Yeah, we're going to take FSU. FSU's had a good year this year. I can't pass up on them. And then here, we're going to take VCU against VCU and FSU. So, some weird moves going on here. Over here, Wichita State and Kentucky. I'm going to take Wichita State to move on to the Elite 16. We're going to take UCLA over Cincinnati. That should be a decent game. And in this next game, we got UNC. I'm going to take UNC. And in this game, in my opinion, we're going to take Winthrop. We're going to make them a underdog here in the Sweet 16. Here we got Craigington, Oregon. We're gonna take Oregon, excuse me. Oregon's having a good year. And Louisville, because Louisville's honestly, in my opinion, a better basketball school. And then here we got Nevada and Purdue. In my opinion, we're gonna take Nevada. And we're gonna have Kansas go over Nevada. So there is your weird Sweet 16. Now let's go up here. We have Villanova and Florida. And in my opinion, Villanova will make it on to Elite 8. Right here, Duke and Providence is going to be a tough test for Duke. And in my opinion, I think this is where Duke gets knocked off. Providence moves on to the Elite 8. It's going to be a crazy Elite 8 there. And now let's get down to the other side. I believe this is the West Coast right here. We have Northwestern and West Virginia. And we're going to pick... I don't know. Do we pick Northwestern to win this? We're gonna pick West Virginia. We're gonna pick them. And right here, in my opinion, we're gonna pick VCU to move on to the Elite 8. Right here, we got UNC and Winthrop. We're gonna take UNC. That's an easy win for them. And right here, we're gonna take UCLA to move on. UCLA has had a good year. So and now we're gonna end this video. And now we're gonna show you my last picks.